Okay, so it's day 57, 58. I wasn't able to do a video yesterday just because of issues going on with selling a house. Didn't have access to a recording unit. But anyways, but I did the trade yesterday. So I did day 57 and today's 58. So I'm just going to call today day 57, 58. But a trade was done yesterday. Again, just to do the Bitcoin daily dollar cost average. So there you go. It's going to go from DAI over to Bitcoin. Convert now. Okay. So we'll go check out the portfolio, see what it looks like. So yeah, so I have over a third of a Bitcoin, just marginally, 0.34 of a Bitcoin at this point in time. Cardano, like the more I'm reading about Cardano, I don't really like it. They're trying to pitch it as a, you know, an alternative to Ethereum. They're saying that, Cardano is going to be getting its smart contracts sometime, I think in June or July of this year. And it's essentially going to be another Ethereum, essentially. But this is a couple things I don't like about it. And it has to do with, number one, way too much supply. There's 31.9 billion of them. Way too much. That's right there. That's my number one thing I don't like about it. Because people are saying, "Oh, it's going to go to $2,000 like Ethereum." No, it's not. Because if this goes to right now, it's trading at $1.48. If it goes to 30, I think it's like I calculated, it's like $32. If it was like $32, it would have to entirely replace all US dollars in circulation. And there's no way it's going to get to that. Well, it could. I guess it possibly could. But I'm saying, but that's a hell of a stretch. And for it, like I said, for it to replace the US dollar, that's like, you're talking, that's world domination sort of stuff. And I can't see Cardano doing that. Maybe it will, but I have a hard time to believe that. So I don't think it really has that much upside. Like people who think that it's going to $2,000 or $5,000 or whatever, you're dreaming. This is the reason why there's way too much supply. Unless they start burning it or whatever, but I haven't heard any talk of them burning it. Maybe they might, I don't know, but there's way, way too much supply. Like if you juxtapose that with something like Ethereum, let's look at Ethereum. Okay, if you look at Ethereum right here, okay, let's look at its supply, right? Now, the other one had 31 billion. This has 115 million. That's it. That's why you're going to see the supply go up. I mean, the price go up, because that's more realistic. When you have tens of billions of something, it can only go up so much. It's not, it's like XRP. There's way too much XRP. That's why the price is shit. And people don't get that. But like I said, what I think I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do it right now, but I think I will be dumping Cardano and just buying Ethereum. But I'm going to wait for Ethereum to go up a bit. Like I do think it'll go up marginally, but these pipe dreams of it going up to like what Ethereum is, it's just not going to happen. There's just way, way too much of it in the market, right? And I just can't see it happening. So as far as I'm concerned, Cardano, I should have done the research. Like I think I was talking about this before, but excuse me, I should have done way more research on it before. But I just whatever. I just have a way of doing it. Like I just dip my feet in. It's like anything. When you got a horse in the race, that's when you become more interested in it. Then I started doing my research. I put a couple bucks in. I'm not heavily invested in it or anything, and it's not like I lost my money. But I'm just saying, the more I'm reading about it, the more I'm researching it, I don't think it's really something I can see much upside. Unless they really start burning it. If they start burning it to the effect of like 1 million ADAs a day. Okay, go ahead. Maybe that might help. I don't know. But from what I understand, they're not burning it. And I wouldn't say that's the only reason for like the low price, but it can only get so high. That's it. It's not, I don't think that's going up anymore. It will marginally, maybe might go to $2, $3 maybe, but that's it. But these stories of it going to thousands of dollars each. Ethereum did. Yeah, Ethereum did, because there's only like 100 and some odd million. That's it. But this 30, what is it again? 34 billion or 32 billion or whatever it is. 30, yeah, almost 32 billion ADAs, ADAs or whatever they call it. That's way, way too much. Way too much. And I'm just not going to buy any more. But again, it's just one of those things. Like I said, I like to just try something out and then get into it. Like, and again, if you juxtapose this with something like Chainlink, there's only 417 million of them, right? That's it. And the more I read about Chainlink, the more I think this is a good opportunity, I think, because it has a lot to do with security, right? So again, yeah, this network allows smart contracts on Ethereum to securely connect to external data sources, APIs, and payment systems. This is like highly, like its main focus is security, right? And it's able to talk between different cryptocurrencies. I think this is a great. I think Chainlink is a good one. Like I said, it's got the relatively small supply in relation to a lot of the other ones. Maybe not as small as like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, when you really stop and think of it, that thing is just does not have a lot of circulation. But again, it's supply and demand. That's why the price is so high. One of the reasons, right? But anyway, so we'll go over to YouTube to see what the what's going on in this world. So again, this guy, I'm really losing faith in this guy. Attention Bitcoin holders, this is your last chance. He was just talking about on how April 8th everything was supposed to crash. Now he's saying it's just about to explode. Okay, this is very, very dangerous for Bitcoin. Don't be surprised by this. I might listen to this kid. Like I said, I give everybody a chance. I don't care if you're a young person, an old person, you're on Wall Street, you're not on Wall Street, whatever. Different people bring different, points of view to the to your perspective, right? And somebody might just by having a different point of view might say something that you never thought about before, and you're like, wow, that this person hit the nail right on the head. So anyway, so then you got these the Winklevoss brothers or whatever they call them. They're saying Bitcoin's going to 10 trillion. But these guys are hardcore advocates of it. Again, you got to look at who's saying it. Now they're saying Peter Schiff likes Bitcoin. I don't know about that, but like, does he? Doesn't he? Is he lying? Like, you got to watch. Why? Like I said before, it's one thing to hear what people say. You got to watch what they do. And okay, so yeah, Bitcoin is free money. I don't know about that, but now you got O'Leary. There's another guy I think is a bit of a snake. Got to watch out for that guy. Bitcoin bull market support blasts above 40K. So basically what that's saying is that it shouldn't go below 40K ever again. Now, is that true? I don't know. But that's what they're trying to say, that it's established that basement of yeah. So how again, here's altcoin daily. How high can Bitcoin go in 2021? Will cryptocurrency crash in a bear market in 2022? Again, we don't know. Okay, now here we go with Max Kaiser. The elites have a master plan. Prepare for the unexpected. Then there's Neo price prediction. 5 reasons you need to invest in Neocoin. I've never invested in that. Here you go. Cardano warning. Watch in 24 hours. Mark Cuban. Connect with us below. It doesn't really say, but so here we go. It's just all this stuff, right? Like, again, it's very confusing. Yeah. So yeah, he's saying Ethereum's going to 18 grand, which could be true. But again, you got to look at the supply, right? Like I was saying before, like if you look at Bitcoin, okay, you look at the overview of Bitcoin, circulating supply, only 18 million of them. For the whole world, that's like peanuts. That's nothing. There's not a lot. And again, you look at Ethereum, overview, it's like 115 million. So like it's significantly bigger, almost 10 times bigger, like 8 times bigger, whatever, like just the supply of Ethereum. But Ethereum's got like it's more pragmatic, than Bitcoin. But anyways, this is just the way to look at it. Is this can only get so high. But if he's saying what's he saying, 16,000 or something like that, that I get 18,000. That's, I guess, somewhat believable. But again, the way you got to look at it is, so they got 115 million, right? So if you got 115 million, okay, sorry. If you have, right now they got 16 million divided by 15 million. So yeah, it's like Bitcoin's only like 14% of like supply of Ethereum. Okay. So that would be like 84%, right? So excuse me. So it's like it's 84% bigger in as far as supply on Ethereum. So if you're saying 14%, so right now it's like say 75 grand Canadian multiplied by I don't know why that did that. So yeah, you go. So it's around 14%. So it's $75,000 multiplied by 14. So just this rough calculation, I would say conservatively, if you just want to base it on like Ethereum's relation to Bitcoin, I don't think it would be unreasonable to say that Ethereum should go to 10,500. If you want to do a direct correlation based on percentages of supply, that would be I would say as high as it's going to go in the near term. And if Bitcoin keeps going up, it might keep following it. I don't know, but I'm saying 10,500. I would say it would be as high as that can go, which has a long ways to go. Like that's 5 times bigger than what it is, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert. I might as well do it right now. I'm going to convert my Cardano over to Ethereum. Just because I don't believe in it. I really don't. Yeah, so I'll have 1.28 Ethereum, right? Because Cardano, like I said, the more I'm reading about it, and I'm not a fan. But Ethereum I'm liking. So there you go. I just converted all that over to Ethereum. I probably took a major hit. Like as far as transaction costs, they make it sound like, oh, it doesn't cost anything. It costs something. They get their pips. Um, yeah, there you go. My Cardano's gone, and I got Ethereum now, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. So anyways, but I do think that you're gonna see Ethereum go up, and I don't think you're really gonna see much out of that Cardano just because they made too many of them. There's just too much. There's too much supply. So I might top this up to 2. I'll just have 2 of them. I'm fine with that. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna do, and then we'll watch a video. I want to watch this kid. Okay, where is it? This kid here. Yeah, we'll watch what this kid has to say. And like I said, give him a chance. I like giving everybody a chance. I'm not gonna, just because somebody's young, they don't know what they're talking about. I just want to hear what everybody has to say, and then you make a decision.
This is how the CFO sees cloud costs.
Ugh.
This is how developers see cloud costs.
Bitcoin's situation has developed, and unfortunately, it's starting to look a little bit worse. It's for one key reason that I'm going to be talking to you about in this video, and I'll be outlining for you what I think the best and worst cases are for Bitcoin. I still certainly think that Bitcoin has an overwhelmingly high chance of pumping to the upside, but I think it might have to happen after we dip down to 50,000 again. That's kind of one of the key ideas I'm having right here because of one crucial development that we saw in the charts today. Ethereum also has been performing very interestingly, I think extremely well compared to Bitcoin. We can just take a quick look at the correlation of the price action between Ethereum and Bitcoin right here. And Ethereum has just gained so much power against Bitcoin over the past couple of days. Again, no surprises here. Any of you guys who've been watching any of our previous videos on this channel, you will know that this is exactly what my prediction has been for Ethereum for a while. And since then, since literally just, a week or two, Ethereum has gained 23% against Bitcoin, which is very, very impressive. But let's take it back to Bitcoin here. What is this one big crucial sign that we're seeing here, which to me is so bearish for the market? And really, it's 2 signs that come in as one. They both mean the same thing, and it's this rising wedge pattern that Bitcoin had, for a fair bit. Previously I was saying that actually this could turn out to be something quite bullish for Bitcoin because it usually does actually work out quite well. Let's see if I can find you another recent example. A perfect example is actually what we had right here with Bitcoin, where Bitcoin, and just ignore these little dots by the way, where Bitcoin was trading up in a rising wedge and then it ended up pumping out of it very nicely and setting a new all-time high at $58,000. So we make use of patterns like this quite a lot. And I was hoping that we would do the same right here, but what we saw just kind of during my last video was a little bit of a breakdown below that rising wedge, which in itself is quite nasty. I wouldn't like to see that we're breaking down. But what really, really seals the deal and has got me quite worried now is what we're looking at right now. This right now is a very, very dangerous place for Bitcoin to be, because essentially what it looks like is that we're turning an old area of support, an area that we did previously use quite a bit as support on the 1 hour time frame. We may have just turned it into resistance. If we really do zoom in, we can see that the candle did wick up to this level, which Bitcoin found support at quite a bit, and most recently, literally just a day or two ago. And now Bitcoin did start to see a little bit of a decline from there, and that has got me very, very worried. Now, it's not the end of the world. Bitcoin can certainly still recover from here, and I'll talk about how that might look in just a moment. But for now, this is not the only sign that we're seeing where we're getting a bearish support resistance flip. Before I carry on, it's worth noting what these things are if you don't already know. I'm going to be super quick about it. Support levels are essentially, you can draw them horizontally, you can draw them diagonally, you can draw them with indicators, but a lot of the time, old areas of support will turn into new areas of resistance if you drop below them. And that's exactly what happened right here. We did have this beautiful area of support on the 1 hour time frame. We dropped below it, and now we may be using it as resistance, which could send the price tumbling way lower. This is a very, very basic tenet of technical analysis. This is something that you read on page 1, chapter 1 of almost any TA book. Not literally page 1, chapter 1, but very early on in the books. And I think it's very important to know because, it's these simple principles that a lot of the time can be the most valuable in the game of analysis on Bitcoin in these markets. So I think that's well worth taking note of. And actually, if we do zoom out a little bit, I don't need any of these lines, so let's delete them all. We have something very similar going on right here, which has really got me very concerned. Now, I need to remember how to draw this line because my analyst showed it to me, but yeah, there it is right there. Where on the daily time frame, we can actually probably even zoom in just a little bit more so we can see this a little bit clearer. Let's zoom into the 8-hour time frame. We have actually been using this diagonal support quite well over the past couple of months. Take a look at this, kind of going back to January, actually just the end of January, Bitcoin started using this line of support, and we didn't really plunge below it at any point until late March, where we first tested it. And take a look at what happened when we tested it, ladies and gents. We fell below this level right here. We fell below it on this orange candle right here. And then we came back up. And look, this old area of support. Look, we bounced up. We found support here. This old area of support turned into new resistance. And Bitcoin actually saw a dump off this level. Take a look at this. Bam, right here.
See, I would say this guy's good. Like he's just being very descriptive. He's saying what he sees. He's not saying, oh, it's going to, hit the moon. It's not going to go down to nothing. He's just saying, look, it's of concern. And he's explaining why. And it's in very basic, understandable language. Like he's not hyping it up. This guy, I like this guy. So I'm going to subscribe to this guy. And we'll use him as a TA, technical analyst, his input. So yeah, he has a small like a decent following, but I mean, like he's not like those other guys that are all hyped up. And I like the smaller guys just because they're probably more realistic, which translates into being boring, so they don't get as many clicks. That's kind of what I like. But anyways, yeah, that's it for today. And I'll try to do another video again tomorrow. But again, this is why we daily dollar cost average, is because you want to have some cash in case this guy like this is right. Like if this is the new resistance and it doesn't break this line, the next step is there's probably going to be a downturn. Now, again, it's not the end of the world. Like he was saying, it might go down to 50 grand, but that's a buying opportunity. That's the way you have to look at it. It's a way for you to accumulate. So, you don't get it emotional. You just ride the wave. And again, like with that whole thing I did with Ethereum today, I was just doing research on Cardano, and I'm not trying to say I'm an expert in it, but I didn't get a good vibe. I do think that Ethereum is the way to go. Unless I could even get back into Cardano down the road if there's something about it I do like, because I used to have this is what I hate though. I had a whole bunch of Ethereum and I was buying it at $200. I think I had 15 or 20 of them. I had quite a few of them. I can't remember exactly how many I had, but I had quite a few of them and I got rid of them. So I should have kept them. I didn't, but the more I read about Ethereum, I like it. So I'm just going to keep them. I'm just going to keep accumulating them. I think I might be trading in Algorand to converting that to Ethereum eventually. Maybe not right now, but if I see a huge spike in Algorand, I probably will put it into Ethereum. Same thing with Cosmos. Algorand and Cosmos, if there's a huge spike, I probably will put it in. But Chainlink, I'll probably keep it. I like Chainlink's story. I just like what it's about. It's it's heavy duty security. I'd be cool with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink. I'm cool with that, and I'll probably day trade Anchor. This thing. Yeah, it's 20 cents. Like if this thing goes down to 8 cents, I'm gonna probably buy about 10,000 of it, and because it's very volatile, right? Like if you see the way it goes pretty good. So if it can hit, like if you buy it at 8 cents and goes up to 28 cents or whatever, you can triple your money or whatever. Like I'll do it. But there's nothing wrong with day trading if, whatever, if you're comfortable with it. But anyways, that's it for today. And like I said, hopefully I'll be able to do another video tomorrow. Take care.